Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne podcast. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, to bring another amazing episode. Well, actually, episode number 55, Friday, May 31st, 2024. Your way on YouTube land. You know who I am. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, and I'll be bringing you anything that I consider hot topics in the world of TV, movie, entertainment. Of course, I'll be doing my little trailer reactions, whatever happened to catch my eye. Maybe a couple of reviews coming your way. Who knows? And of course, good to know stuff as I exit today's episode or podcast right here on YouTube land. You know, I'm going to be doing one more episode today, guys, and I'll be taking or going on the King's well-needed, well-required 3-month hiatus on YouTube land. I like to take about 2-3 months out to myself to give me a breather from all this fun stuff, this little circus here on YouTube land, and to give you guys a break, and myself, mentally, physically, and all that other fun stuff, recharge the batteries and be good to go back in September again, and bring you top-notch content. Anyways, you know, I think I talked long enough. You guys know the drill. You guys have been here long enough, Throne Nation. So let's kick this off with a bang. So the first thing, guys, I want to talk about some trailers that I managed to stumble across, and people kind of said, King, check these trailers out. Have you seen them? Bring it, you know? So anyways, the first thing I caught my eye, the people says that I'm a big, huge Stranger Things fan. Holy shit, I can't wait till season 5 comes. Better be here soon. I think it's coming 2025 in my personal opinion. Love Millie Bobby Brown, Finn, and all the rest of the actors there who brought that series. Fell in love with the damn thing from day one, and I can't wait to see how this, unfortunately, it's going to be ending soon with David Arbor and all those shit, and a writer and crap, but I want to see how it ends, and I don't know how they're going to do it, because these kids have fucking grown up, let's just say that, you know, but apparently there was a season 5 teaser trailer that dropped, and I watched it, and I am excited to see not only this season, but where things are going to lie, like who's going to turn bad, is anybody going to die, all that fun stuff, you know. I can't wait. It looks cool. Not too long. I think it felt like only 30 seconds. It could be a little longer, but it's coming out on Netflix still, so I might have to get Netflix just to watch that, and then I'll buy the whole entire damn season or series, because that's how the King operates. Wait till it's all out, buy the damn thing. And hopefully it's not a pretty penny, because King doesn't want to break the bank. Anyways, another trailer that came out from Disney, which is a big deal to a lot of people, but the King still haven't seen the first one. I don't care. And it stars The Rock. It's an animated little film called Moana. Apparently, number 2 is coming out. And there was a first trailer for it. It's coming out on November 27th. And I'm not going to fucking lie to you. It looks fucking good. Very colorful. If the first one was just like what I saw, damn, the King's missing out on something. But it was pretty cool. She's on her journey. She's trying to find herself. I don't know what the hell it is. And then, of course, The Rock shows up as this god of the sea or whatever the hell he is, and they're going to go on a journey. But from what I saw, it looks good, you know. Perfect for kids. I don't know. You guys have to know and let me know in the comment section there. But I was impressed with the trailer. I'm not really an animated person or fan like that, like, you know, too kiddie like that. But it looked good. I'm not going to deny that. But I know it's going to make $1 million. But hey, it is what it is. Now, speaking about more down my alley, people have been telling me, I knew it was coming out, but I never bothered to watch any other trailers or anything like that, because anything usually that goes to Netflix and should have been in the theaters is kind of like, why is it going there? It's kind of like in the back of my mind, do I want to watch something like that? Or is it going to be so cheesy that it's not up to blockbuster or theatrical release status? You know, in my personal opinion, I'm blabbing too much, guys. It is, I'm talking about Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. I guess it's the sequel from how many years ago with Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy. It's coming out on Netflix, apparently July 3rd. So I don't know if that's about around the same time as another film of its similar type, Bad Boys 4. I'll just call it that, with Will Smith and, of course, Martin Lawrence. I don't know what the competition is. That's in the theater. I don't know why they didn't go. Maybe that's why, and they just put it here. But from what I saw in the trailers and who is involved, I saw Joseph Gordon-Levitt and, of course, Kevin Bacon in there. I'm like, okay, now you piqued my interest. What the hell? Where are we going with this, you know? kind of thing. But the trailer looks good. It seems like he's back to his normal self. He gets into a little bit of trouble being himself, and shit blows up everywhere. And that's what the trailer pretty much was, is Eddie Murphy being himself in that role from years back. The no-nonsense or follow-the-rules kind of cop that does his own thing. Gets to the bottom of shit, and shit usually blows up while he does his so-called little journey to kind of solve the thing. But instead, I think it's involving himself. So, I don't know if he's on the run just like the bad boys are. It's very similar, but I'm really interested. When I seen those actors, I was okay, this might not be that bad. It's kind of like Roadhouse, you know? When I saw Jake Gyllenhaal, and I'm like, and then, of course, Mr. MMA fighter there, you know, Mr. Big Mouth there. I'm just going to leave it at that, you know, but, hey, it was good. I was really impressed with that one, and there's going to be a sequel to that, so you're welcome. I don't know, it made enough thing, and it got enough publicity, they want to do it, right, with Conor McGregor, so, I don't know, he did better than I thought he did, but I think he knocked it out of the park. He was very impressive, let's just say. And the story was not bad, but I enjoyed myself anyways. But Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F, playing off on, you know, swear words there. Neat. Good job there. You know, that's coming out. And then another one that came out, which is kind of out of left field. I don't know if I remember hearing about it months and months and months ago, but a little movie called Wolf, starring Brad Pitt and George Clooney. When you get those two on screen from, you know, the other films they played together, to me, you get a little bit of movie magic, chemistry, you know? And the trailer is basically about George Clooney, who comes in to kind of like clean up messes. And Brad Pitt's kind of like the same kind of thing, but they're kind of like rivals who don't really like each other or maybe know of each other, but now they're kind of like forced to work with each other to clean up another mess because they unravel a truth of the guy who they supposedly thought was dead, but he's really alive because he stole some sort of gold from somebody really important, and they're on the run, and they need both of those guys to work together to help. It was fucking interesting. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm like, okay, at the beginning, the first couple of seconds, I'm like, do I really want to fucking watch this? You know, and I'm like, I don't know. Am I going to be interested? And then once it kind of progressed, I'm like, yeah, I could go see that in the theaters, you know? That's coming out September 20th, so that's something in the fall. Like, there's nothing usually going on anyways, and it's a perfect time to drop it, and hey, fucking, who knows? I might check it out, but I like the trailer. So, guys, let the king know with any of the trailers that I just kind of mentioned. If there's other ones that I didn't see that I need to see, let me know in the comment section. I'll check them out, and I'll probably comment in the bottom and tell you my thoughts on it quickly without writing a whole damn fucking paragraph and tuning all you guys out or the other way around, you know? But let me know in the comment section below. Okay, speaking about trailers, well, you watch trailers so you can watch movies, and in return, you do some reviews. So, a movie that I saw, that I, like I said, just recently saw, and you can check it out for yourself on the YouTube channel here, is The Iron Claw, starring Zac Efron and Lily James. It's based or loosely inspired on true events of the Von Erichs wrestling family that's been way back when, from the father to the kids and all that shit. A lot of tragedy happened in that family. I just didn't realize how much fucking tragedy and how close to each other the events were. And a couple of the wrestlers, to see one wrestler that I used to watch in WWE, WWF back then, fight, and you're like, the Texas Tornado? You know, and he's fighting with a disability, and I'm like, what? Because he fucking fooled everybody, you know? I don't want to tell you too much of the review there and ruin it completely for you, but tragedy after tragedy. You had this wrestling family with brothers who wanted to become wrestlers, and you got Zac Efron playing the one that was at the beginning. You're following him, that he's the one that everybody's so focused on and shit. And I don't know if he gets injured and kind of had to take some time off, but then the other brothers kind of stepped in for him, and one by one, maybe the pressure from the family, from the father, because the father was really big and influential, to just bad luck, one by one, tragedy struck the family. They either died by their own hands or health-wise, you know? And then Zac Efron's left near the end, and then he's kind of like a little bit of fighting his own little demons. He's a little paranoid that the bad luck with his family, because he meets Lily James, you know, very on, gets married, have kids, and he wants to change his last name because he feels that it's cursed. So he spent time away from them, not to happen to the same thing that happened to the rest of the family with them. And then eventually he comes around, he kind of gets away from the business, sells his father's wrestling promotion or whatever the fuck it was, and tries to live his own life with his two little kids, because at the end, he's pretty much the only sibling, from what it shows in the film, remaining, and he has his kids. His kids say, you know what, Daddy, we'll be your best friends or something like that. And that's how the film ends and whatever. And I'm telling you, for a wrestling film, and it's only like maybe close to 2 hours long, guys, and it just being dialogue and kind of like that, and there's not like super shit blowing up anything. It was enjoyable. Like I said, would I watch the damn thing over again? Probably not. I think it's a one and done, but it's something that I can add to my collection if I find it at a decent price. It'll go behind me on the shelf there, 100%. But the Iron Claw, yeah, it came out in 2023. Pretty good. And I think it was produced by MJF. He's an AEW wrestler. He kind of had his little input and shit like that. And it turned out to be pretty good. It's, a pretty decent film. I think it was better than the one with Mickey Rourke, my personal opinion, even though that got Oscar buzz and shit. This one, I don't think it's going to get Oscar buzz because I don't think it's that time of moment that everybody was looking for something like that back then to really relate to. This one is really tragic, and if you're a big wrestling fan, I think you guys are going to like it. So, but if you want my full, complete review with a little bit more details, guys, go check out my review that's already up on the Movie Throne over here, okay? The other one's not a movie that I'm going to talk about, but it's going to be a TV series. A TV series that I watched from day one, 7 years ago, okay? What the fuck am I talking about? I'm talking about The Good Doctor. Yes, you probably heard it. It's on no more cable TV. It starts Freddie Hillmore, whatever the fuck his name is. Freddie Highmore, guys. Come on, get it right. 7 seasons, about 126 episodes total. This year, pretty much last week, I think Tuesday, was the season finale, or series finale, if you want to say that, of, season 7. It was only 10 episodes. And I'm telling you, he plays, to sum it up quickly, because I'm not going to give you a whole rundown and shit. You guys can go check it out and watch it for yourself, because you got to watch it. He plays an autistic man who wants to become a surgeon, and he goes through a whole bunch of situations, prejudice, and all that stuff on his journey towards becoming a surgeon that he always wanted to. And with the help of a doctor that he met when he was a small kid with his brother, because he suffered a lot of tragedy. Like, he's still dealing with mental issues, problems, his family, abandonment, his loss of his brother. Like I said, a lot of prejudice, people looking at him a certain way, people not be able to relate to him because he's so out of the ordinary and people don't want him there and shit like that, fighting against that tooth and nail. Him thinking in his mind the way he does to kind of solve things, and little by little he wins people over with his unique process to think of surgeries that no one else could think of that will save a lot of people, and at the same time push people back because he's a little rude and ignorant at some points like that, but at the same time it's a two-way street. A lot of cool other doctors and actors in the whole kind of mess there. The girl who he settles down with marries, but was not going to marry in a way because of what was going on personally and all that shit. She had her own issues to deal with and shit. To having a baby, which he had, and then as you see in the season or series finale, you see that his family is kind of expanded. He's moved up in the world, and the doctor who helped him earlier, something happens to him. He passes away because he was fighting a brain tumor. It came back and stuff, and of course, Sean, he plays Dr. Sean Murphy on the show, wants to keep the one thing that kind of was there for them around, and he's like, at one point in the season finale, he was trying so hard to find another operation or cure or something to keep him around alive, but now a year longer, just so he can be around his family and thing, because he was a little selfish there, but he didn't know that was his Achilles heel in a sense. To kind of like fast forward how many years down, you don't show the death, but you kind of get the idea that he passed away. He's at a convention, he's giving a big presentation with other people and other doctors that kind of lost, kind of came back, because the last episode, amputation, shit like that. Like, there's a lot of shit going on. A lot of full circle moments. Him becoming a big thing in charge of the hospital that he was so fighting to stay into, which was great. Different programs in honor of, the doctor that saved his life in a sense. And more and more and more. And I'm telling you, it was a good finale. They stuck the landing, in my personal opinion. And after 7 seasons, I can actually say, you know what? I feel good. It's a good place to leave it. And the way they left things, and kind of you can leave it to imagination as well, what could lead down. Because if they do any spin-off series, I'm pretty sure they can take a few characters or actors from there and do so. But if not, it was a good finish in my opinion. And I think they struck the landing, and I think 7 years too long. There's only so many stories you can keep on doing over and over. And holy shit, this person got stabbed and shit like that. Because you got oh shit moments too, And left field too. Like actors that you didn't think they were going to die kind of died. I think there was not one season that something fucking bananas went on during the show. And then you got your regular normal episodes here and there with, heartfelt stories, kids, special guest appearances and all that shit. But nothing took away from what you were watching on the screen. And you were riveted. Every single week I was interested. I'm not into those kind of shows. I loved DR back in the day. And this was one that I said, you know what, I'll watch this. And I'm not going to watch the mumbo jumbo other ones that kind of seemed to be, the same kind of thing over and over and didn't interest me. But Freddie Highmore in the lead role. And of course he just did Bates Motel before that. And he just kind of realistically said 3 months later, landed in this role and just went for another 7 years. So it'd be interesting to see where he lands next and a lot of the actors that came out of it and shit like that. But I love the series. It was good. Would I buy it? Probably. Would I recommend to all you guys? Yeah. Fuck yeah. It's one of the better TV shows that were on, cable, regular cable, but now it's off air. But I will say check it out. 126 episodes for 7 years. So I think they kind of dwindled down. But like I said, it doesn't matter how many episodes. It's the quality, not the quantity, my personal opinion. But there you go. That was my little quick, The Good Doctor, I guess, series finale, and all that shit review. So go check it out. You guys watch the show or the Iron Claw? Leave the comments in the comment section below and go check out, of course, the other ones. Oh, and I also want to mention, guys, that maybe as of before this video or even after this video, I'll be dropping a separate, I'm going to be tackling, this is pretty cool because I can actually watch it on my TV screen there, is Dune Part 2. I can't wait to watch that and perhaps bring you a review either before this video dropped or after. So watch out for that. And I can't wait to watch it because I love the first one and can't wait to get my hands on, or my eyeballs on, Dune Part 2, probably sometime earlier today. And if I can post it before around lunchtime, I'll do the review before. If not, it could be possibly after this video or even on Saturday. So anyways, you're welcome. So tune in for that at the Movie Throne, okay? Okay, now let's get into what I like to call the hot topics of the week. I take a quick sip here because the King's been chirping a lot, But some of the hot topics that came across the King's screen while scrolling through YouTube land, because I watch other channels and all that shit, entertainment channels and shit like that, get my sources, stories that, I'm watching and say, you know what, maybe people didn't, I'll bring it to your attention, but these were some of the ones. There's not a lot, to tell you the truth, but the ones I'm bringing to you are kind of like interesting to the King, and I don't know if it'll be interesting to you, but at the same time, like I tell you guys, I'm not going to come up with every single damn thing to talk about. So whatever drops in the week, and even as this video, I'm pretty sure there's probably more shit that's dropping that the King might be leaving out or hadn't had a chance to see as I'm recording this video. So anyways, directly from work, coming home, so you're welcome. So okay, first thing I want to talk about, apparently we're going to talk about the DCU. Apparently there's been Nicholas Hoult, I guess, images that appeared online as Lex Luthor with him in his shaved head. And he looks like Lex Luthor. Did we get any or be any more surprised? Probably not, but he looks good. But he might look good, but is he going to suit the role? But like I always say, depending on what the script is the kind of Lex Luthor we're going to get. So hopefully he can sink his teeth into whatever source material that James Gunn's going to be giving him, that he's going to be able to support the new Superman, Corn Sweat, whatever the hell his name is. I can't even remember his name. I just hope it's going to be good. I really hope the DCU takes off and it's great. And I hope he does a good job of Lex Luthor, because I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the biggest bust in history of anything if Superman goes down in flames. Because if there's no good Superman film, there's not going to be a good DCU going forward that James Gunn created. But I know James Gunn is going to be working on something good. I hope they just don't fuck things up. That's my per thing, because you know what? You did my guy Henry Cavill dirty, and there's a lot of fans that are going to look for every single opportunity out there to kind of go after you. So I really hope that's not the case and they give everybody an honest chance. I just hope it's a good story, and what we see is Superman. So there you go. Don't tweak it to make it something stupid that it's not. So I don't know, to appeal to the right fighters or the masses there. Keep the story or source material the way it is and don't tweak anything, okay? You can't please everybody. There's other characters you can follow if that's the case. Fucking deal with it. Okay, sticking on the DCU, I wanted to talk about Green Lantern series. You know, I think as a kid, the King first comic book was Green Lantern. That was fucking cool. To see a guy who can use a ring to kind of create shapes and shit like that, you know, or a lantern as a power source was fucking something interesting in the King, you know? I knew about Spider-Man and all that shit, because me, I was a Spider-Man and X-Men guy. Like, you know, with a little bit of DC, you know, I would kind of like dabble in, you know, Superman a little bit here and then when the big stories like the death and all this shit, and, you know, the blue Superman blue suit when he was losing his powers, the reign of super, shit like that. I wasn't really a holy shit. I was a Superman diehard fan, but I had a couple of comic books here and there. I'm not going to lie to you. Same thing with Batman and the DC side. I was really more of a Marvel reading person. Like I related, or I loved the stories with the X-Men and Spider-Man. Those were my two books that I had a fucking big collection and I kind of got rid of it over time. But whatever. It is what it is. Trust me. Had them all. Amazing Spider-Man 300, First Appearance of Carnage. I can go on and on. But anyways, that's who I was. So when I heard that they're going to do a, you know, James Gunn's going to try and attempt like a live action, maybe Green Lantern series with all the different Green Lanterns, I was like, really, James? You're going to make it work? I know you did what you did with the Peacemaker. There's going to be season 2 of that, too. With, of course, John Cena. I'm pretty sure they're going to probably reveal a whole bunch of, or name drop characters that are going to be appearing probably there and then on the big screen. But whatever, maybe Blue Beetle. Who knows what the fuck's going on with that. But anyways, apparently they added Ozark, True Detective, and Watchmen writers to its production list to help write a damn good series, you know. And when I hear stuff like that, great. A lot of people are excited about it. Me, I haven't really watched Ozark, even though I heard nothing but good things there. And I might, you know, with Jason Bateman, I think I might check that out eventually because it's just too much. True Detective, I think season 1, apparently a lot of people were going crazy. And Watchmen was not bad too, even though the finale for people wasn't good. Still haven't watched any of those, but they're excited that we got those kind of writers. Hopefully they can work together cohesively to produce something that we can watch all on the screen and fucking enjoy, you know? That's all. I just want good shit. Take your time doing it, but I want good crap. I don't know. You guys excited? Let me know. And then, of course, the next thing I want to talk about, this is not related to any superhero shit. You know, I'm leaving the big one last, which is kind of like superhero, but it's more cartoony. Nobody. Starring, what do you call it? Bob Odenkirk. Holy shit. If you guys haven't seen it, see it. It is kind of like one of those left field mashup of, like, say, the Transporter and Taken films put all together. And he just fucking wrecks shop. He's a quiet person and he just goes bananas. Well, apparently there's going to be a sequel in the works or being in production. It's going to come out. And once I fucking heard that, I almost fell out of my chair because honestly, it's one of those sleeper hits. I think it's on Prime, on Amazon Prime. Go check it out and watch it. You won't regret it. It's one of those fucking movies that you don't go in expecting it's going to be fucking stupid, silly, but then it turns out to be, holy fuck, wreck shop. It really surprises the shit out of you. And I'm pretty sure it's going to, surprise the shit out of you guys too. And Bob Odenkirk, oh my God. Like, I'm telling you, he makes the movie that much more higher up, raises the scale. Let's just say that, It's not the greatest damn thing you're going to see, but it's not the worst. But I'm telling you, it's fucking enjoyable. For what it was, yeah, it's badass. And just the whole thing was pretty cool. So I'm happy to hear that. And of course, Ted Lasso, apparently one of its actors has kind of teased there's going to be a season 4. What does that really mean? Are we going to get a season 4? Probably. But when have we not heard somebody tease that? You know what? Yeah, it'll be nice to get a season 4. Or maybe we're going to be doing a season 4. To get all you guys' hopes up and shit. I haven't seen one episode with Jason Sudeikis, this new series there and stuff, but people are loving it, and I'm sure you guys are probably rejoicing. But again, take it with a grain of salt, relax, don't get too excited, and then you get all disappointed, your hearts are all broken and whatever. But the way I look at it, if you guys got 3 good seasons, that's what counts to me. And if it ended decently that you can kind of see it ending there, good. But when it's unfinished business, that's when it's bullshit. So I can see, hopefully, you guys get a season 4, and then eventually I can watch the damn thing, too, because I'm still waiting for Yellowstone, and I still haven't seen the last season or so. So I can't wait to buy that. Okay, Knives Out, Part 3. Rian Johnson's going to be returning. I guess production for that's going to be going out in 2025. Which I'm excited. I still haven't seen the second one, Glass Onion, which I want to see that. I just want to buy it as a trilogy. I don't give a shit. That's what I'm waiting for, even though I haven't seen the second one. Love the first one. I fucking have it on the shelf behind me. Third one, apparently, when I hear casting news, because it already has a decent amount of good people on its casting. When you hear that they're adding, like, say, Jeremy Renner, Kerry Washington, and Glenn Close to it makes me more fucking excited to watch this. I just want them to release this film so I can buy everything and watch the damn thing and review it, and put it in theater. Fuck this Netflix or whatever the hell it is, exclusive or Apple or whatever the hell it is. Put in theaters like the first one, and you're going to make money. Then you can put it exclusively on whatever the hell it is and make your money that way. But he got money up front, as you guys know, with Daniel Craig. But oh my God, those two, movie magic. I can't wait to watch that, and get back to you guys on that. And lastly, guys, the one thing I wanted to talk about before I leave all you nice people here on YouTube and go on my well-needed vacation here is we've been battling, just like how the original Spider-Man movie for 10 years before we even got the Tobey Maguire one, we've been battling with somebody to come out with or tackle Masters of the Universe, aka He-Man live action film. And it looks like there's progress being really made because particular person, you have an amazing director who was responsible for bringing us the new Bumblebee Transformer one, and of course Kubo and the Two Strings. Travis Knight is attached to this. He's set to direct it, and it looks like they're getting down to business because they found their He-Man. Apparently, it's actor Nicholas Galitzine. I've seen him like in certain other little movies and TV shows, but I'm not too familiar with him. I'm not going to claim to be. He looks a little bit on the smaller side. Okay, he doesn't look stocky, but like everything, look at Richardson, who plays Mr. fucking. Tom Cruise's role there, Reacher, how big he got. Is he going to get big and jacked like that, or corn sweat, or whatever the hell to play Superman? Great. He's not a small guy in the first place. I'm not saying he's just not built like how you think He-Man will fucking be built, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to be as Prince Adam, or are they going to do special effects to kind of like soup him up a little bit? Because even Prince Adam, you guys probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's He-Man when he's normal, not He-Man. He's still going to be a little ripped. I just hope they don't go too nostalgic and kind of follow those little cheesy white and pink and all that shit there. I hope Travis Knight just modernizes it a little bit. Makes a little bit of sense, but not to the point that you're introducing all these stupid new technologies we have to fuck up the true, I guess, history of He-Man. We saw what happened with the Dolph Lundgren one there. They kind of made it stupid, goofy, and they better be nothing like that. If it's like someone going from here, going back there to Eternia, where He-Man's from, and the universe with Skeletor and all that shit, fucking phenomenal. Let it be there. Don't let them come to our place, our Earth, and all this shit, and you're going to have a stupid-ass version of that. Maybe he was stuck here, and he's finally going back, and he's been summoned or some shit to go help his home planet, where he's from. Different story. But I'm pretty sure Travis Knight is thinking of something, they're developing it. Hopefully, we'll get it in the next 2 years. I'm hoping it goes into production next year, and then we'll get it in 2026. I just want it to be fucking good. A lot of people have been wondering what the hell's going on with He-Man. Why is there not a live action? Why hasn't anybody jumped all over it? Just like McFarlane with his Spawn movie that he's been talking about, with Blumhouse and all that shit. The next one I want them to tackle is Voltron. You fucking give me a Voltron fucking movie? Holy shit. Phenomenal. If you have Peter Cullen, if he's still around to voice the Voltron narration of the fucking series, I'll lose my shit, But give us a good He-Man. Give us a good movie. Travis Knight's attached. Hopefully this actor will kind of, hit a home run, because I don't think you could really cast someone super, well-known in that role and kind of give you that impact. You want someone who's kind of known, but not too well-known to bring on the role. I just wonder who they're going to cast as Man-at-Arms, Skeletor, and the rest of the Merman and all that, Beastman and all that shit, Orko. That's going to be interesting how they're going to tackle him. Are you going to have him a little computer graphic thing or, practical effects, something? You got to bring us something good. That's all I ask, guys, and that's pretty much the hot topics that I can come up with this week, guys. I'm pretty sure there'll be more stuff during this video, after this video, that's going to show up and whatever that I haven't discussed or realized or even mentioned. That's fine. Just go in the comment section. I'll be more than glad to respond like I've been doing all this time. Appreciate the support on the channel. And one more thing you guys got to know before I leave. I don't know if you guys are into collecting movie figures and shit. Well, today, could have been earlier today at some point, on Amazon Prime and, of course, McFarlane Toy Store itself, which fucking costs you an arm and a leg, unfortunately. But that's where you can get some of these fucking figures, especially if you're interested in the Dark Knight trilogy with Christian Bale. Well, today, he is dropping a 2-pack on his own thing of the Batman Tumbler and Lucius Fox. That's Morgan Freeman's character. Both look fucking phenomenal. It's going to probably cost $75 American. So about our money, it's going to be $100. Everything costs $100 over here when we get it. And if we can get it. And if not, we get it on the secondhand market. Fucking through the roof. That's going to be released there. And it looks fucking good. It's a decent size. Weathering. It looks phenomenal. If you collect figures and you like Christian Bale's Batman movie with, Christopher Nolan and all that shit, that's coming out. There's also a Amazon Prime exclusive. That's the camouflage version of the same vehicle. That's for Bane that he drove apparently in the Dark Knight Rises. But that's coming out. And of course, if you're a Batman Forever fan, that's coming. The pre-order for that, there's figures for that coming out. That's coming out on June 7th. And it has Val Kilmer as Batman, Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, Riddler's Jim Carrey, and of course Chris O'Donnell in his regular suit. Those figures are coming out pre-order on June 7th. And I already have the, of course, Batman and Robin one, so I'm going to probably pick those up. And I'm telling you, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg, but hopefully you can get your hands. But they look fucking pretty cool. They're movie accurate, cheaper. You don't have to spend $1 million like you do when you got to get these hot toys and shit, which nobody can afford those. Unless you're rich, go ahead. But for someone like me, and probably most of you guys in our budget, that's something that maybe you guys are interested in collecting, or you guys are collectors. Movie figures. Those are dropping next week. And, of course, today, the Dark Knight Rises tumbler and shit. So, there you go, guys. So, on that note, the King is going to let you guys go. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of the Movie Throne podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other reviews. Don't worry, guys. The King is, even though he's going on his 3-month little hiatus there, I'm still going to be tackling TV show reviews. You got The Boys. You got Lord of the Rings of Power coming out in August. You have, House of Dragon. 2nd season's coming. You got Boys that I mentioned. You have The Acolyte. So I'll be tackling TV reviews. Of course, Deadpool and Wolverine coming out. Whatever new movies are coming out that the King's come across or whatever, I'll be dropping reviews. It won't be on a consistent basis like how before every week you would get a video. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. For the most part, The Boys and shit like that, you might get a weekly thing. The Acolyte, you might get, episode 1 and then the series finale or season finale. And same with the other ones. The Ring and Power and stuff, I don't think I'll be doing every single damn week. It'll be the first episode probably, the final episode in the series overall, even the Acolyte. Acolyte, probably same thing. First episode and whatever. The only one that I think that I'll be tackling on a regular basis might be House of Dragon, and possibly, I know The Boys. I'll probably do The Boys every single week for sure. But as for the other ones, yeah, the other ones will be maybe first and whatever, but The Boys you'll probably get for the next little while, for the month of June going into July or whatever. And the other ones, here and there. And of course, movies. Whatever I see in the theater, I'll bring your way. And then, of course, we're returning in September with a podcast again. It gives me a chance to think, retool, rebrand, rethink a whole whatever the hell to bring you guys better content. But for the most part, stay tuned. There'll be videos still going on in the next 3-4 months, you know. So with that, King will be leaving you guys. Stay off the King's throne, and I'll see you eventually right back here on YouTube land. Take it easy, guys. Have a good summer. Be smart. Stay tuned. Like, share, and subscribe, and follow our channel.